I know it's gotta hurt when you know you could have had a president. Guess that I would rather be the man. Maybe one day I'll go back to school. Think I'm probably kidding, but I still mean it. They've been trying to school me, but I've been a genius. Daddy looking more like home since I made moves. Can you hear me, hear me, hear me, hear me now? Can you hear me, hear me, hear me, hear me now? Can you hear me, hear me, hear me, hear me now? Can you hear me, hear me, hear me, hear me now? They gon' let me in this club in these dirty vans. Clean money, I count stacks with these dirty hands. Do a show, cut the rack with my new advance. 50 bands, 80 bands, 100 bands. I'm the American dream. We the American dream. No money, no class, look at them. Look at them, how to make it in America. Real day one, ain't a lot of us. Mom worked 2 jobs, it was hard for us. Me and sis made it out, now she...
EA Sports coverage of the NFL is in Houston, in the Space City at NRG Stadium. They do it big here in Houston, and a second ago it was a Texas-sized welcome for their hometown guys. They're fired up and ready to go as they get set to match up with the New Orleans Saints. So here's Kaimi Fairbairn to do the honors. And this one is underway here on EA Sports. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Breeze now on first down. And his first pass here is going to fall incomplete.
I will see more of them trying to get him the football. Out of the backfield, they love what he can do in open space, and they believe that he creates mismatches they can exploit.
Here we go. Line of scrimmage, again the 25, second and 10.
Easy.
Back to the air on second down. It's Breeze. And nearly an interception here on their opening drive. But instead, third down.
Didn't have a receiver open downfield, and as it turned out, couldn't even find his outlet man because of the coverage. It was way too tight, unable to find anyone open.
So now an early third and 10 here on their opening drive.
21. 21. Got it. Got it. 12.
Now Breeze. And that's complete. It's Watson. And they'll get it all the way up about 5 yards shy of midfield. A good pick up there of 20 yards.
Well, sometimes our pregame meetings do pay off, don't they? What do the guys in the locker room call him?
Well, they said it with a chuckle. They called him Old Reliable.
Yeah, that means he doesn't move quite as fast as he used to, but he still knows all the tricks, doesn't he? Even that little gentle push-off in order to get open, he finds a way to pick up a first down.
It's a loss of a yard there, and now second down.
Nice play right there to stop him behind the line, but I want to see how this defense continues to play him here in the first half.
Yeah, we know. You know better than I. He has the ability to take over a game, so what do?
Yeah, I think you have to make sure that you bottle him in at varying levels, because if you crowd everyone to the line of scrimmage, if he breaks through, it's nothing but room to run.
Got it!
On third and long, it's Breeze. Out of the backfield, that's complete to Kamara. Now he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. A pickup of 24 on the third down conversion.
Here you go.
From the 34 now, here's first and 10.
Get set.
On first and 10, here's Breeze. Eluding the pressure right. Throwing over the middle, but it's incomplete. Cameron Meredith, the intended target. And that'll bring up second down.
Sometimes the coverage is so good, no matter what you're doing on offense, you just can't shake anyone free. They try their best to find someone open, but they took away every passing alley, every angle, and shut the play down.
After the incomplete pass, here now is second and 10. Off the play fake to Kamara, it's Breeze. The catch made over the middle by Ginn. And he's taken down, but not before reaching the 10-yard line. 23 yards on the play. A first opportunity upcoming in the red zone for the Saints. They've got a first and goal from the 10-yard line. Again, they'll throw with Breeze. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off by Andre Howell. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Certainly not how they envisioned ending their opening drive here in the first quarter.
Too many ones in this play. First quarter, first drive, first interception thrown.
And that last one, that hurts. Watson will bring up the Texans here, first and 10 from back at their own 10-yard line. On the ground, this is Lamar Miller. And some room for him there as he'll take this up to about the 15. Tackle there by Alex Anzalone.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable second down. A very solid gain on that play.
On second down, here's Watson. Caught here by Griffin. And they'll bring him down here up at about the 22-yard line. Call it a gain of 7, and it gets him a new set of downs.
When an offense reads blitz, doesn't matter where it's coming from, tight ends know that they become a big part of the passing game because they should be an easy outlet when all those extra bodies are trying to get to the quarterback. A hot route, so to speak.
On first down, it's Watson. And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up second down. So he can't hang on, and as I watch that unfold, I remembered an expression that I've heard, maybe from you, I don't know, but you're going to get hit anyways, might as well hold on to the ball.
Well, you know a coach said that, right?
Yeah.
Not an actual player. Not a chance at all. Way easier said than done.
So after the incompletion, second and 10 from the 22. Throwing again on second and 10. Watson underneath for Miller. He'll be dropped at the 30. With a shifty move, got him a couple extra on the play. It'll be a gain of 8 yards, and that's going to bring up a third down. tough going there as he'll only get it up to about the 31. Just a 1-yard pickup there, and it'll be 4th down.
You know, we might start getting some props here in the booth. You know, that one that says the D and then the fence that you put up next to it? How about that? They brought out the jumbo package and still couldn't move them off the line of scrimmage enough to pick up that first down.
Impressive. They were ready defensively for that jumbo set. The surprising move here on the opening drive of the game, and that will force a turnover on downs. The 4th down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on 1st down. Now problems right out of the gate. We're going to get a delay. He didn't seem in a rush. I guess they just didn't know where the play clock was.
I think you're right about that because there was no hurried movements there, right? No up-tempo at all. Clock just ran out. I think he was as surprised as maybe his bench was.
From the gun, it's Breeze. Under pressure, and the Texans able to get in there for the sack.
Well, so much for setting the tone of the drive offensively. Giving up a big sack that loses that kind of yardage, not a great start.
With Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. It's Saints football to begin quarter number 2, but they face a 2nd and long to start things out.
Easy.
Shotgun now for Breeze. He gets it to Thomas. He got 29 yards that time. Now a 1st down carry. It's Kamara. And he's got this one down to the 10. 8 yards on the pickup, and now they'll have some options on 2nd and short.
That play wasn't quite as big as the play that preceded it, but still, got to like the way they're moving the football, partner.
Absolutely. Pretty good room to run on that last play.
Yeah, they didn't get a 1st down, but still, you'll take runs like that each and every time, won't you?
On 2nd down, Kamara. And he's going to be brought down just shy of the 5 at the 6. 4 yards on the play, and that leads to the 1st and goal.
But we always talk about good down and distance, allowing offenses to expand their playbook. Well, 2nd and 2, that means your playbook's wide open. You can run just about anything. A lot of times, the play caller, he just looks down at his sheet, sees the short yardage runs, and goes to one of those.
Give him 4 on the carry there. It's 2nd and goal. From the 2 now, 2nd and goal.
Easy.
They'll run it with Kamara. And he's going to be shoved back short of the goal line. They hold him again, and now all of a sudden it's 3rd and goal at the 1. They've been denied touchdowns in the red zone twice already. Here comes 3rd and goal.
Hey, kill.
Breeze going to sneak it, and he takes it across and into the end zone. Touchdown, Saints. Drew Brees scoring on the sneak from a yard out. And the Saints are able to cash in for 6. Lutz now to kick this one away. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. The Texans offense now, they get set to head back onto the field. And last time this unit was out here, costly turnover, and then that turned into 6 points. They've got to make amends.
And how many times have we sat in meetings with coaches and they use the term complementary football? Offense take care of the defense, defense take care of the offense. That didn't happen on the last possession. This is a chance for them to pick themselves back up and help their team.
Yeah, we'll see if they can recoup and recover.
Come back. Richmond.
On 1st and 10, Watson. Trying to force it to Hopkins, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Eli Apple. And they'll start with great field position at the 41-yard line.
Well, that's a drive killer right there. Not a really confident throw either. This one was kind of up for grabs, and it's going to come down the hands of the wrong team.
Get set. Got it.
So after the INT, it's Breeze. He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out, incomplete.
You get a tight end like this, and you know he's used to dishing out punishment, but here, he's one that has to absorb the contact, and as a result, unable to hold on to the football.
Here now is 2nd and 10, again from the 41.
Yellow waiting. Got it. Ready for check.
Breeze again here on 2nd and 10. Gets it to Meredith, complete. 20! And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. That one goes for 24 yards.
Always laugh when people say, what's the toughest route to defend? And I'm like, any of them, especially if it's a good receiver. That makes things very difficult. But when you're running a drag route, something short, shallow, going through defenders, using guys almost as screens in order to get open, that makes things tough for guys trying to get to the football.
2 minutes to go here in the first half. We're back to Houston after this timeout.
Left. Ready. You waiting?
On 1st down, Breeze steps away to his left. And he can't find anywhere to go with it. And he goes down. DJ Reader able to get in there and drop him behind the line.
You're good. 1-4. Ready. You waiting? Hey, two.
They'll run it now out of the gun. Oh, what a move. And all the way down inside the 5 to the 4. It's a nice pickup of 12 yards, and it gives them a 1st and goal. 2 of their 3 red zone trips so far they've come up empty on. They'll look to reverse that trend on 2nd and goal. Breeze now. Oh, he had 6 points in his hands there. Couldn't hang on. 2nd down.
Get your backs to the goal line. I can hear my high school coach right now. This is when force meets force. Got to be physical in order to win this battle.
Yeah, that's where the physicality pays off. A nice job forcing the contact and forcing the incompletion.
Yeah, Coach Ford would have loved that play.
Line of scrimmage, again the 4-yard line. 2nd and goal.
Ready. You waiting?
They'll give it to him up the middle. And he's maybe going to get this back to the 4, but that's about all. It'll go as no gain on the play, and now they're looking at a 3rd and goal.
Here we go.
The Saints on 3rd down. A perfect 3 for 3 as they look to keep that streak going. This is 3rd and goal. On the keeper, it's Breeze. They'll wind up getting 2 on the sneak, but he was hoping for more than that, and it's 4th down.
Partner, it's decision time now. I know it's still just the 2nd quarter, but you have an opportunity to either kick the field goal or go for it and try and score a big-time touchdown. This is why the head coaches get paid the big bucks.
Check. Ready.
Breeze going to sneak it, and he is in for the score. Touchdown, New Orleans. Drew Brees with his 2nd touchdown here in this first half. And the Saints now add 6 to their lead. And this one through the uprights and good. Lutz now to kick this one away. And the Texans set to come onto the field. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of the teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays. Down 2 touchdowns early, probably not very deep into their script. I think that they'll stay with it. I don't think they'll abandon it just yet and try and generate some offense on this drive.
Anything, at least 3 points, get that 0 off the board. And now we won't see a play on first down. We're going to get a timeout instead, as the clock will stop with 21 seconds to go here in the first half. A big hitter to start the drive has him up near midfield here for 1st and 10.
Black 22! Black 22! Tiger, Tiger, Tiger!
Now a first down throw, Watson. The catch made by DeAndre Hopkins. And now before this first down play, we're going to get a timeout here, as they stop it with 16 seconds to go in half number 1. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down.
Blue 80! Blue 80! Let's go, D! Let's go! Black 99 Philly! Richmond, Richmond! 47's the mic.
Watson on first down. Caught left side Hopkins. And he'll go out of bounds inside the 15-yard line. He got 29 yards that time. Watson now, after the pick on the last drive, 3 for 3 to start this drive. It's 1st and 10. From the red zone now, Watson. And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up 2nd down. An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10.
Tiger, Tiger, Tiger! Come back, come back! 2 jet! 2 jet! Tiger, Tiger, Tiger! Tiger, Tiger, Tiger!
Throwing again is Watson. And that is incomplete, stopping the clock with 5 seconds to go. Demaryius Thomas, the intended receiver, and it'll bring up 3rd down. No move for the field goal unit. They're going to go here with 5 seconds left.
Hey, Blue 80! Blue 80! Hey, what's that? Hey, what's the ball? Black 99 Philly! Fresno! Fresno! 47 Mike! 47 Mike! Mike 47! Silver! Silver! Come back! Come back!
The final shot before the break, Watson. And he will be brought down as time is now run out on this first half of action. So we've hit intermission. It's halftime. This is the NFL, and it's a presentation of EA Sports. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. Heading out as the Texans offense as they get set to take over here. And the interception thrown in the red zone last time. We'll see if they can rebound.
I just have to think the last thing he said as they went back out there was, don't do that again. What do you think?
What do you think?
Yeah, I think that. I think that not only did he say that, but he also told him, let's put it in the end zone that it's supposed to be in, all right? The end zone we're trying to score. I know we're being a little bit facetious here, but the bottom line is take care of the football, and everything else should flow from there.
Quick lesson, never ask the play-by-play guy a question.
Hey, you're my partner. I know you're right there with me.
Throwing to start the drive, but that one incomplete. And incomplete as he was knocked as he threw it, and it took the ball off course. Line of scrimmage, again the 25, 2nd and 10.
Tiger, Tiger, Tiger! Check 26, check 26! Hey, check Mike 47, check Mike 47! You! 2 jet! 2 jet!
Play action for Miller. Now Watson. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Fuller. And they'll get it all the way up about 5 yards shy of midfield. A good pickup there of 20 yards.
Come back.
On first down, Watson. The hook up on the right side to Hopkins. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. That one goes for 24 yards.
Reset. Tiger.
On first down, Watson. And it's a short one here, complete to his tight end. And he's able to get it down to the 25-yard line. A gain of 6 there on first.
Brandon, they didn't get everything they wanted out of that play, but the tight end did. And I don't mean it in a positive way. Great job of him holding on after absorbing that big hit.
Tiger. Come back.
Watson looks to throw again. And he's going to be intercepted a third time. Picked off by Marcus Williams. And a big return will get him all the way down to the 35. Thought they had something going there to break that goose egg here in the second half, but to no avail.
Hope was alive until that interception. What a terrific play, taking the ball away after it looked like they were starting a drive.
And now that shutout still standing. You know that's something those defensive guys hold a lot of pride on, too.
No doubt about it. They're excited about where they are in this game.
And inside the 20 before he's brought down. It's a pickup of 16 there, and it'll lead to a new set of downs.
Here we go.
This is Ingram on 1st and 10. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, New Orleans. Mark Ingram scampering home from 19 yards out. And the forced turnover on defense leads to 6 points. Lutz now to kick this one away. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And now out comes Houston. And with 3 interceptions thrown already, we'll see. Do they rely more on the ground game here?
They may have to change things offensively to try and settle things down, not just for the guy throwing the ball, but for the rest of the offensive unit, because their confidence has to be shaken a little bit. And you just wonder, is the backup going to start to warm up a little bit over on the sideline?
Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. He's going to fire one, and that's caught inside the 35. A big-time play there for the Texans. 42 yards.
Come back.
Well, even after all those interceptions, he's not deterred, still confident to go deep at work there.
I think all the old rules about playing that position still apply. If things go wrong, you still act like you're the best player out on the field. You still carry that supreme arrogance with you and continue to fire the ball. I've seen guys have games like this, and this is where you find out if you're great or not. Can you overcome some interceptions and still lead your team to victory?
Tiger.
Here's Watson now on 2nd down. Buying time to his left. And he will go down outside of the pocket for a sack. Tried to get away, but could not. Alex Okafor able to collapse the pocket and drop him for a loss of a yard. They'll try to run for it with Miller. And he will have a first down at about the 21-yard line. At 5 yards on the play there, as the drive will continue.
Tough first half for him, unable to put up the numbers he's used to producing. But with a guy like him, you and I both know it just takes a couple of explosive touches for him to make an impact on this game and on the stat sheet as well.
They keep it with Miller on first down. Open space inside the 10. And he'll take this one in for a Texans touchdown. Lamar Miller, a 21-yard touchdown run. And the Texans cut into that lead.
Well, partner, that was another explosive run. And one thing I've learned in our time in this game, yes, the offensive line has to get a lot of credit, but for big runs to occur, the wide receivers have to block well downfield.
And then you have to have a good guy carrying the ball too, right?
Oh, without a doubt. You need that difference maker lugging the rock.
And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Back out onto the field now comes the New Orleans offense. This is sort of what you would call a put-away drive, isn't it? They score here, especially a touchdown. It's almost out of reach.
It certainly feels that way, and I think that they're going to call their plays accordingly, because what you really want to do, even though you know the scoreboard is still up there and the game's going to go on, you feel like you can take the spirit away from another team, that their drive and will to come back and win can be taken with another score right here.
Still third quarter, but you just get that feel.
Yeah, they're teetering right there on the brink, aren't they?
Being chased out left. Oh, incomplete. A turnover would have really helped there. Almost intercepted. Instead, it's just second down. Line of scrimmage, again the 25, second and 10. Breeze will try again on second down. His throw incomplete. He was trying to get it to his running back, Alvin Kamara, and it's third down.
Let's face it, you can run the route tree as many times as you want, get in sync, practice it, do all those things. But once you get to game speed, it doesn't always time up quite that well. That one goes incomplete.
Got it.
Now Breeze on third down. Oh, incomplete. Nearly the pick they needed. They would have loved one there, but at least it does get them to fourth down. And sensing the momentum, maybe changing here a little bit, Charles.
Yeah, this defense is going to get off the field quickly, and their offense got them a touchdown last time they had the ball, so they should get another shot.
The 3 straight incompletions, they don't care. That hasn't dissuaded them. They're going to go for it on fourth.
We're good, we're good. On four, ready.
They do go for it. It's Breeze. And this is incomplete. Boy, a real head-scratcher there. And the Texans take over an excellent field position.
I don't know why you would do that. It's almost guaranteed points the other way. I mean, I get it if it's a late-game situation, maybe even 4th and inches. But, boy, that's a huge risk to take.
Yeah, now they're set up in prime position going the other way. Play clock down to 2, and we get a signal and a timeout. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this third quarter. They'll try and get the run game going. This is Miller. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. It's Patrick Robinson there on the stop.
No gain on that run, and while this team is down, they're not out of it by any stretch of the imagination. Maybe you just have to think about different style of running in order to get this guy going.
And now they're going to get him down right at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there, so that doesn't help. Now they're looking up at a 3rd and 9 situation.
Richmond.
Throwing on 3rd down, Watson. That is caught at the 7. Back now in Houston, It's Texans football, but they trail here as we get started in the fourth quarter. First and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game.
Hey, green the line. Green the line. Richmond.
They'll try and run for it with Miller. And that'll move him a little closer as he takes it from the 7 down to the 4-yard line.
Every team we ever talk to that continues to run the ball in a game, even when they haven't had much success, all talks about attrition, don't they? If you keep running it, eventually good things are likely to happen. It's been a hard go in this game today, hasn't it?
Yeah, this defense, they've met pretty much every challenge in front of them this afternoon.
They're still trying to run the ball, but they're not finding much space.
Second and goal from inside the 5. He'll get it up the middle. And he's going to get this back to the 3-yard line and no further. Call it no gain that time, and now it's third and goal.
Sometimes I get caught in hyperbole, but I think they desperately need to punch this one in. They're running out of time.
Yeah, 2-score game, second half. And got his man. It's caught. Touchdown, Houston. In for the score. And the Texans have cut it to within a score. And a play fake down near the goal line here worked out well.
Anytime you can make them think that you're going to run the ball and go to that play-action pass, you see the end result, usually a touchdown.
Is that harder? Is the play fake harder to defend for the defense near the goal line or no? Because there's not as much room to work with?
It is harder because down near the goal line, you're thinking much more of a running play, especially if people run out big formations, so it is harder to defend.
And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Now the Saints offense, they get ready to go back to work here. They're holding on right now to that slim advantage in a 1-score game. And you hear a lot about 2-minute offense and 4-minute offense. Obviously, the 4-minute offense applies here. How do they run that effectively?
Yeah, really what the 4-minute offense is you're just trying to grind the clock. So you want consistent gains, steady gains. Doesn't have to be big plays, but it has to be plays that kicks first downs and keeps the ball away from your opponent.
But certainly throwing the ball is in the mix here.
It certainly is. Just make sure that you're careful with it. And again, get those first downs, keep possession of the football.
Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28.
You're good. Right forward, ready. 12.
Now Breeze throwing on 2nd down. Out of the backfield, that's complete to Kamara. And able to rip off a big chunk of yardage before being dropped inside the 40. An excellent pickup of 34 yards. So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10. A 10th carry for Kamara. And a short gain there down to the 37-yard line. On the tackle, Tyrann Mathieu. Now, the objective there, I mean, yes, the positive gain, that's nice, but work some clock.
Yeah, you're exactly right, but the problem for them is still within a possession, so they can't just sit on it running the ball. They have to find a way to throw it effectively as well.
On 2nd down, here's Breeze. Finds his man, Watson, over the middle. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or two shy of the 10. That one goes for 24 yards. They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. Throwing now is Breeze. His pass caught at the 4. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, New Orleans. Traquan Smith, a 12-yard touchdown grab. And the Saints add on to their lead. And he's got it up and through. Lutz now to kick this one away. And now out comes Houston. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked. but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
Watson will bring up the Texans here 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Target. Red, green, the line. Green, the line. Two jet. Target.
From the gun, here's Watson. Man open, that's Kiki QT complete. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. Time for a break. We'll come back to wrap this one up after this. So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10.
Richmond. Target. Richmond. I'm coming. Target.
On 1st and 10, Watson. Now a desperation throw. It's caught at the 10. Touchdown, Houston. Will Fuller, 42 yards. And the Texans draw a bit closer.
No, we're not cheering. No, we're not rooting, but I am excited about this, and I know you are too. We got a ball game again after that big-time strike.
Big-time strike, and you are right. Don't go anywhere yet. This thing's not done. They do tack on the extra point as well, and now things get a bit more interesting here in this 4th quarter. Fairbairn now to kick this one away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Saints offense now, they get ready to head back onto the field. We have seen a lot of points here in this quarter. For us up here in the booth, it's been fun to watch. The defensive coordinators probably scratching their heads.
Yeah, they're going a little bit crazy right now, but let's face it, all of our friends who play fantasy, they're enjoying the heck out of this show.
And he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game. Jadeveon Clowney in there to bring him down for a loss of 7. Now following the sack, they'll look to make amends on a 2nd down and 17.
Waiting. 0-2. Waiting for set.
Brees going to throw here. Now Brees wants the football. And the offense will get this one back. Boy, that could have been catastrophic at this late stage of the game, but they avoid disaster. Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after 1st and 2nd down went backwards. It's 3rd and very long.
Ready. Waiting. Over.
To throw is Brees. They fights him off. And that one drops incomplete as he got popped as he was throwing it.
They certainly thought they had him surrounded and probably thought they were going to get him on the ground and get the sack, but he was able to elude that. And even though it threw it incomplete downfield, if you're a defensive back, you're loving the pressure that you're seeing from your front.
And here's Morstead now as he sends this one away. And taken right at the 35. A good return there, call it 13 yards. And the Texans will take over with a 1st and 10. Out comes a Houston offense as they get set to take over here. They're down here in a one-score game, but the time, it's a factor, but it's not a huge factor right now, is it?
It's really not, because this amount of time gives them a chance to run their offense, to go through play sequences. And this is what they work on every week in practice, usually on a Friday. They go over this type of a situation, late-game situation. What are we going to do when we have the opportunity? They've called these plays a bunch of times. Now's their chance to execute them.
Yeah, they have the opportunity now. Here's the execution.
Partner, he was going through his progressions. Not there, not there. After about the 3rd one, he decided he better pull it down and run for it. And he slides down and avoids the hit for good measure.
Target. Come back. Target. Come back. Richmond.
Back to throw. This one taken in on the right sideline, but not in the field of play. They say it's incomplete. The throw led him a little too far. It brings up third down. The Texans on third down. They've converted 3 out of 5 thus far. This is 3rd and 4. Back to throw. He's going to let it fly. And he couldn't hang on to it through the contact. Incomplete. These are the spots, this stage of the game, where it pays to have speed on the perimeter, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and in the second quarter, he may very well run by him, but in this situation, I know as a defender, I'm loosening up a couple of extra steps that allowed him to run with him stride for stride.
Back 22! Back 22! Come back, come back! Two jet!
He'll look to throw. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And that will be incomplete with a clock down now to 13 seconds. They had to go for it with such little time remaining, and it would appear that the Saints are going to win this football game. Good starting field position for them as they come up 1st and 10. They begin on the ground with Kamara. Finding room inside the 40. And down to the 16-yard line. A big chunk of yardage there, 37 yards.
Sometimes those lines that are drawn on a grease board or in a playbook, they come to life out on the field, don't they? And we just saw that on that outside handoff to the right.
That right tackle, he gets excited for that call, doesn't he?
He does, because he just wants to dominate his guy and say, listen, I was the point of attack. I took care of business. That's why you're able to get downfield and add all those yards to your total.
Yeah, really nice gain there. So that'll do it for us. For Charles Davis and all our crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. So long from Houston.
my dues. Never gotta talk to a nigga like you. I've been feeling like a king for months. We eat all the rich cuisine for lunch. All these wishing he was done. Oh, you tried it, that's a piece of gum. Now, look at me, I'm the captain now. I'm recruiting this year. I be praying for y'all while I'm praying for y'all. Like a line of abusing this deer. I hate a dude with no plans. Now I don't usually get near. Oh, my ex and her man. Cause I'm the mutant in here. We look good, just show us where the camera. Years ago, I had to up my standards. Make your missus Alabama. Turn it to my only private. Swear like she don't got the answers. Who's the boss? I feel like Tony Danza. Walk up in there like I got the swag. Wakanda swagger, I'm the blackest panther. Wakanda, y'all are wasting our time. I spend it, but I ain't wasting a dime. Might do some favors, but I ain't breaking my spine. Your girl has been calling for days. I get in all different ways. That New Orleans parades. Yeah, we like, none of my people are patient. We look like we on a vacation. Get no invitation. Y'all all with it and y'all talk a lot, but y'all ain't got the heart to do the mission. I'm hard-headed like the juggernaut, but there ain't nothing I can do to listen. I'm authentic and I walk around like I just ate, but let you do the dishes. I'm Clark Kent, but mix the Autobots and mix with everything that you've been missing. Please get back and don't get that involved. Freaking sick, I need a padded walls. I'm the king, heavy crown, heavy rain, cat and dogs. Homie with me if you're asking for it. There ain't much that he be asking for. He just wanna have a paddock on with a watch face with little dragon balls. Look, you don't need me either. All I need is this. No coca ice, and I get oh so polite. You be the man of your city, I'll be the man of my country. You could be the man of your city, I'ma be the man of my country. Your girl has been calling for days. I get it in all different ways. New Orleans parades, yeah, we like. None of my people are patient. We look like we on a vacation. Get no invitation, yeah, we like. Your girl has been.
EA Sports coverage of the NFL is in Houston in the Space City at NRG Stadium. The scene from a few moments ago, this crowd enthusiastically cheering on their Texans as they emerge from the locker room. And we're just about ready for football as the Texans get set to match up with Drew Brees and the New Orleans Saints. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. They'll run it for the first time with Alvin Kamara. And he was able to shed the tackle, but the reserves come in for the stop. Jonathan Joseph there for the tackle.
All right, Brandon, I know we're in the early going here, but those kind of runs, they're going to open up a world of opportunities for this offense going forward.
Ready?
Brees to throw on second down. On the check down, he finds Kamara. It's a pickup of 6 and good enough to move the chains.
Well, that was a pretty favorable situation there. What would you call that? Second and manageable? Smart play, too. Didn't force it downfield when he didn't have it. Just checked it down, let him get the first down, and that's exactly what he did.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10.
Got it!
Brees now on 1st down. And he's going to go down. The Texans come at him and able to bring him to the ground. Jadeveon Clowney. He's the one that got to him. He takes him down for a loss of 9.
11. Got it! Got it! 12.
Now Brees. And it's hauled in by Ben Watson. And he'll be brought down right at the 45-yard line. That one good for 17 as they're set up better now for 3rd down.
And he's the epitome of what we call the move tight end, a guy that you can line up anywhere, in the slot, out wide, in tight, doesn't really matter because he has such great skills. You want to utilize him in all aspects of your passing offense.
And there he was in the slot for the catch. Here's Kamara trying to run for it. And he's got the first down, yardage before being taken down at midfield. 5 yards is the pickup there as that extends this drive.
2. Get set. Ready. Yellow lady. Hey, easy. 11. Get set.
From midfield, here's Breeze. And he's going to be grabbed and pulled down. Jadeveon Clowney in there to pick up his second sack now of the afternoon. So that complicates things a bit here. 18 yards to go now on second down. Shotgun now for Breeze. Over the middle, complete. That's Watson. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. A very solid gain of 27.
But when you hit him on the move like that, and he's able to get into open field with a full head of steam, oh, boy, it's going to be tough to get him down.
Yeah, there was a big window. They're lucky they did get him down. They'll run for the first time with Mark Ingram. He winds up getting only a couple there, down to the 29.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Working from the gun, it's Breeze. Letting one go deep for the end zone. And it's knocked away and incomplete. The Honey Badger, Tyrann Mathieu, there defensively to make the play.
Chances are good. He's going to be a very busy guy. 2 catches already in this opening drive, and they were looking his way for a third.
I think they put this defense on notice that that could be a really, really frequent combination. From the gun on third down, Breeze. And that is incomplete. The linebacker, Zach Cunningham, there defensively to make that play.
Even the greats in this game, and he certainly qualifies as one of them, they're going to have trouble if they continue to throw into double coverage.
He better be careful. Throwing into too much double coverage might have a couple of them picked off.
Get set. Hey, easy.
Breeze going to go on fourth down. That's complete to Meredith. Wow, first and goal, and defensively all they can do is shake their heads. Not only did they allow the conversion, but a big play as well.
Well, peel back the curtain, partner. We've got a pretty good look into how they plan to play this game. Aggressive seems to be the word. Going for it on fourth down in that situation.
Yeah, opening drive. Now, we know this coaching staff, they have traits of aggression in their history, but what a start to this game. They're going for it.
Yeah, a lot of people might say reckless, but they got it. 1 for 1 on fourth down here early in the game.
No gain there as he kept it himself at second down. Another shot from the 1 on second and goal.
Get set.
With Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. It's Saints football to begin quarter number 2. And they'll come up looking to keep this drive moving. Another shot from the 1 on second and goal.
Ready. Yellow lady.
On the keeper, it's Breeze. And they'll bring him down after just a short pickup. Call it no gain on the keeper, and it's going to bring up a third down. Driven it down the field nicely here on the opening drive, but now it's put up or shut up.
No doubt about it, because to make that type of a drive and ultimately kick a field goal would feel very disappointing. But I'm just wondering, is the head coach thinking, is this 4-down territory? Might he go for it?
Call it no gain on the keeper, and it's going to bring up a fourth down.
Brandon, I know what I would do in this situation. You're on the road. It's the opening drive. You've gotten all the way down here. I would go for it.
They've already gone for it and made it once on this opening drive. They're going to try it again on fourth down. Here we go with Kamara. And this is going to be nowhere close. Needed some inches and ended up losing yardage. Kamara on fourth and goal, unable to get in. And on the opening drive of the ball game, the defense comes up with a goal line stand. The fourth down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on first down.
Down. Green the line. Green the line.
And with the play clock running low, Bill O'Brien's going to signal for a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter.
Reset, reset, reset.
On first down, it's Watson. Drops it to Blue, complete. They were looking for a little spark and some breathing room. They got it right there, a gain of 14 and a first down.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
Reset, reset, reset. Richmond, Richmond.
Now a first down throw, Watson. Forced out to his left. Going deep for Hopkins. And this is caught right along the sideline. What a job of keeping the toes in bounds there. An excellent pickup of 34 yards. So the line of scrimmage moves all the way across the 50 now as they come up first and 10. Here's Watson. Throw left side taken in by Miller. He'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. A good pickup there, 26 yards. That opening drive rhythm continues right into play number 3.
Whatever they decided that they wanted to run before the game, it's working pretty well for them right now. Moving the ball downfield at a nice rate. And guess what? I think the chain crew might have to get a little oxygen over there. They have to keep moving downfield with first downs on each play.
Now a throw to the end zone on first down, but it winds up incomplete. From the 21, it's 2nd and 10.
Black 22. Black 22. Reset, reset, reset.
On second down, here's Miller. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. Back-to-back stops make it 3rd and 10.
Richmond, Richmond.
Well, we just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers at reading the play.
And that is caught. Touchdown, Texans. Demaryius Thomas, a 22-yard touchdown grab. And the Texans are in for 6. Precision, precision, precision. That's the definition of it right there. Great pass, great catch for the score.
Yeah, people talk about arm strength all the time. Well, if you're not precise and you're not accurate, the arm strength really doesn't matter. We saw a little bit of everything with that throw.
Fairbairn now to kick this one away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. And now the Saints get set to trot out there. And last time, they had it 4th and goal, rolled the dice, didn't get it. Now they've got to put that behind them, try to put together another drive.
Hey, a simple tip of the cap, a nod of the head to the defense. Congratulations, you got us last time. But you didn't hold us the whole time. We got down to position where we were able to be in position to score. Let's go ahead and attack again. Continue to have that kind of confidence. Not worry about the one play that didn't allow.
Trying to get it to Thomas, and it's intercepted. Zach Cunningham with a pick. And they take possession of the football and have it at the 36-yard line.
Well, this is a defense that can confuse even the best of quarterbacks with their zone schemes. And here you've got a linebacker that's going to stay at home and just sit down in that zone. And this one basically comes right to him.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10.
Reset, reset, reset. Two jet.
After the interception, here's Watson rolling to his left. And he'll toss this one incomplete. Seeing no options, he throws it away.
I hope I don't sound too rah-rah on that one, but That's the exact right throw. Either your receiver gets it or no one gets it. Give him a lot of credit for being really precise with it.
Got rid of it. No one got it.
Richmond. Tiger.
Throwing again is Watson. Throwing for his running back, and he's got him complete. Takes this to the 32, maybe the 31. Defensively rallying to the ball after the nice move. They had great starting position to begin the drive, but now they look up at a 3rd and 5.
Hey, blue 80. Reset.
Watson now to throw. And incomplete. The contact made the ball roam free and brings up 4th down.
The beauty of being able to play a zone defense when you can sit back and see the ball coming out of the quarterback's hands, guess what? Creates a lot of confusion, kind of a muddle in the middle of the field where you can go make a play on the football.
Kaimi Fairbairn now to attempt the Texan field goal. On the left hash, this from 48 yards. Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. And no move to get the offense off the field. They're going on 4th and 5.
27 Mike. Tiger. I know he ain't got it.
They will indeed snap it to Watson. Rolling to his right. And he's got the completion to Hopkins. Wow, 1st and goal, and defensively all they can do is shake their heads. Not only did they allow the conversion, but a big play as well.
Looked like the defense put pretty good pressure on him, but he's able to flush out to his right to try and evade people. On the run, had to get on his horse. Still accurately throws a nice pass for a 1st down.
The Texans with a first opportunity now from the red zone. They've got a 1st and goal to go at the 7th.
Tiger.
Watson looks to throw again. Dumps it complete to Miller. And he'll be brought down this time at the 5-yard line. Only a yard on the completion. It's 2nd and goal.
Well, it's tough to be a defender in today's NFL because there's so many things to account for in today's passing game, including the back sneaking out of the backfield. Not quite as bad as a Turkey Bowl where you have that center-eligible stuff, but still a lot of guys to account for.
Call it a gain of a couple. The defense stiffening here. It's 3rd and goal. And with the play clock running low, Bill O'Brien's going to signal for a timeout as they get the stoppage with just under 50 seconds remaining in half number 1. So can this New Orleans defense stand tall again? 3rd and goal.
Black 22. Richmond. Get ready. Tiger. Don't say nothing. Banjo.
Back to throw, Watson. And almost intercepted. Would have been a huge pick in the end zone, but as it stands, that brings up 4th.
So typically you'd say nice job defensively to force a decision on 4th down, but they've already gone for it once and converted, so you better make sure your defense stays out on the field and is alert.
They converted once earlier on this opening drive, but now comes a big test. 4th and goal. They'll come out in the pistol. Watson. And got his man. It's caught. Touchdown, Houston. Kiki QT from 3 yards out. And the Texans will extend their lead. And that'll give them a 2-score lead here, but I'm looking ahead. They just want to hold it for the final moments here in the second quarter. They don't want to give up anything on the other side.
No, not at all, because if they don't, it almost had the feel of an imposing their will score. And right now, they want to make sure they keep that and carry it into the second half.
And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Out is the Saints offense now as they get ready to take over here. And what do you think goes on here in this situation? If you got the football, you're trailing, you're back in your own territory with just a little time. Do you try something?
You're thinking about jump-starting your team, right? You just mentioned it. They're down. They're trying to get back into the game. But you got to figure, if something goes wrong, you may have put yourself in a spot where you may not be able to come back in the second half. Managing risk, this is a big decision here.
Catch here, left side, Thomas. Now hold everything here. We're going to get a timeout by the offense, as the clock will stop with 34 seconds to go before halftime. Throwing on first down is Breeze. He's got a man open. It's Cameron Meredith. And now we won't see a play on first down. We're going to get a timeout instead, as they stop it with 28 seconds to go in the first half of play. Breeze now on first down. Under pressure, and the Texans able to get in there for the sack. Jadeveon Clowney able to disrupt yet another pass play. His 3rd sack of the afternoon. Now Breeze throwing on second down. Over the middle, that's caught by Meredith. And he's going to get this one down to the edge of the red zone. 4 seconds left, and there's the timeout. In field goal range and a chance to tack on 3 before intermission. And Lutz missed it to the right. No good. Time for a break. We've hit halftime. 2 quarters down. 2 still remain. We step aside. This is the NFL on EA Sports. It's the Texans in front, and they're going to get the football first as we are back underway in the 3rd quarter. The Texans offense now, they get set to head back on the field here. They built a good first half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the second half. Nice first half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it off in the second half.
See how they handle any adjustments that might be made defensively. Second half begins with a run from Millers. And they're able to get this one across the 35. Solid way to start the drive. 13 yards, picking up the first.
At this stage of the game, the run-pass numbers are a little bit out of whack because most of the yardage has come through the air. But in a sense, that just sets things up for big runs like that because the defense might be a little bit off balance. They pick up another first down with that run.
Richmond. Come back. Richmond. Come back.
Watson on first down. Room to run past midfield. Caught here by Griffin. And he's going to get this into enemy territory at the 45. 16 yards on that one, and also a Texan first down.
Tiger.
A first down carry now for Miller. And they will stop him after a fairly minimal pickup. Demario Davis there on the stop. In the first half, he was held in check on the ground, but despite that lack of production, they still have the lead.
Yeah, and they've got to feel fortunate about that. If they could actually get production from their lead horse, that would help open up this offense and widen this margin, too.
Green, the line. Tiger. Richmond. Let's go, defense.
They'll run it again with Miller. And he'll be brought down at about the 42. In on the tackle, Alex Okafor.
Richmond.
Well, they're hoping that the second half is better for him than the first half. They've got to find a way to get him going. He's a big part of their offense.
Tiger.
47 to fight, boy. 47. Check, 47. Check, go back.
Throwing on third down, Watson. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off by the linebacker, Demario Davis. And a big return will get him all the way down to the 35. First possession of the third quarter, an interception, so maybe a second-half tone setter.
Indeed, and not the tone they wanted to set. That's the equivalent of running out the wrong door and running into your pool instead of running out onto the field. A real dud for that one.
Has that happened to you before?
No, but I've heard stories about teams actually doing that back in the good old days.
He's going to sling this deep downfield. So they took a shot on first down but couldn't connect.
But that certainly looked like something that they discussed all week in practice getting ready for this one. Take the big shot right out of the gate. At worst, you'll open up the defense a little bit, loosen them up, have them back on their heels.
Bree's going to throw. He's going to let this one go. And this is caught. Touchdown, New Orleans. Michael Thomas, 35 yards. And the forced turnover on defense leads to 6 points. And his kick is right through. Lutz now to kick this one away. And now out comes Houston. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. And, of course, they'd like to forget the ending, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part 2, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, you know, we had a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done.
They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. And he whips one in there complete. That's Demaryius Thomas. And a nice gain of 21 yards.
He's come a long way since his time at Georgia Tech. What did he run at Tech? He ran hitches and go routes, essentially.
Yeah.
I mean, but he ran them really well. He averaged well over 20 yards a catch while he was there. And he still creates downfield in the NFL. That big body and that willingness to go catch the football. He's pretty impressive.
And his friends call him Bebe, the nickname his uncle gave him back in the day. So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. To throw is Watson. Hopkins on the grab over the middle. And he'll be down deep into New Orleans territory. The Clemson connection. Watson to Hopkins for a big one. 44 yards.
Reset. Richmond. Tiger. Screen. Come back.
On 1st and 10, Watson. Firing quickly, but it's incomplete.
Everything about that play tells you about today's NFL offenses and what they're asking out of running backs. You can't just be a guy who can run the football. You have to be able to catch it as well, and he didn't get that done on that play.
Green, the line.
Throwing again on 2nd and 10, Watson. He turned that into a nice gain. Gets him 8 yards closer for third down. The Texans on third down. They've only converted once in 4 tries. They're looking at a 3rd and goal here.
Down. Flag 22. Flag 22.
They give it off here to the tight end. And he gets into the end zone. Touchdown, Houston. Jordan Akins taking it in from 2 yards out. And the Texans will add on to their lead. Extra point by Fairbairn, up and good. And it's now 21-7. Fairbairn now to kick this one away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Saints coming out now to take the field. I guess they have to feel a little gratified to at least get on the board last time, but still work to do.
No doubt about it. I wonder now if they're going to try to increase the urgency a little bit, maybe pump up the pace, maybe go 2-minute. Who knows? Let's see what they decide to do.
So Bree's going to lead the Saints up here, 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. Shotgun now for Breeze. And all this is taken in one-handed. What a catch. Touchdown, New Orleans. Michael Thomas, his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Saints are back within a score. Lutz good on the extra point. And they're back within a touchdown at 21-14. Lutz now to kick this one away. And here comes the Texans now. And that last drive, a long drive, but not just that. They had a great air attack going. Do they stick with that?
I would think that they would, because if they were confident enough to do it on the last drive, starting backed up in their own territory, why would you change anything? They've got to be confident about what they're presenting and continue to do so.
Yeah, because the secondary, they really look clueless.
And that was amazing because that drive went and went, no adjustments, and no big plays by the defense to knock the ball away.
A really good pickup of 28 yards. Watson now perfect since the second half started. 7 of 7. It's 1st and 10.
Down. Green the line. Green the line.
Back now in Houston. It's the Texans in control of the football and leading this game as well as we start the 4th. Flags will come in. I think this one's going to be on the defense for jumping. A little antsy on the left side of the line.
Yeah, I think they got the guy in the end. I think they got the DN there on that one. And let's face it, he is so amped up. Wanting to get a good get off on the snap. Jump too quickly.
Flag 99, Philly.
And now whistles and a flag. And I think we got a jump here. Well, they didn't really have to earn that first down, did they?
Well, they're not having earned much, are they? Back-to-back penalties. First was 1st and 5, and now they give them a first down.
Hey, flag 22. Flag 22. Richmond.
51, Mike. Mike 51. Set the tone, defense. Set the tone, defense. Let's go.
Tiger. Wide. Get wide. Reset.
On first down, it's Watson. Griffin's got it, middle of the field. And he's going to get this down near the 20-yard line. Texans passing game in rhythm right now, picking up another first.
Not only have they completed a couple on this drive, but they peeled off some pretty good chunks of yardage, too.
Absolutely. Great start. 2 nice plays in the pass game. Now can they continue to feed off that?
Tiger.
And they're going to take it all the way down and just take the delay. And that'll be accepted, of course, and that moves them back 5. The delay of game backs them up 5, 1st and 15. After the penalty, it's Miller down to the 25. They get 1 yard back there to make it 2nd and 14. Offensively with the lead, you want to run the ball, keep the clock going, but you also want to still kind of be in attack mode too, right? So how do you do that and not come back on your heels?
Yeah, think about all the practices we've watched where they have that tempo period to go over things just like this, where they describe the scenario, tell you what they're looking for, and make sure that they're still attacking, yet at the same time not going so fast as to leave too much time on the clock.
Again, it's Miller. And he's going to take this one down to about the 23-yard line. Big Sheldon Rankins there to bring him down.
All right, that's a decent game there, but it hasn't been his best game overall. So I wonder what the mindset is of his team. Do they want him to handle the football and try and close this game out? Or are they going to make an alternative plan and maybe go in a different direction?
I think they need him, and this is his time to shine. And now maybe they want some extra time to talk about this 3rd and long play as we'll get a timeout. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the 4th quarter. Possibly a turning point. Big play coming. This is 3rd and long.
Green the line. Hey, watch it. 51 the fight, boy, 51. Let's go, Heavy. What you got, Heavy?
And the pitch goes to Miller. And he'll get it down this time to the 17. They'll get 6 there on the run, but it brings up 4th down. And now the Saints are going to take a timeout on defense. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the 4th quarter. So on 4th down, out trots the kicker in a big spot here. This to perhaps salt this one away. The kick by Fairbairn is good. And that will push the lead up to double digits now at 10. A big one there. That gives them a little cushion and makes it a 2-score game.
Yeah, bled a little time off the clock, put some points on the board. It's not totally out of reach yet, but it has to feel pretty good to them right now because as a defender, you go out on the field and say, guess what? You can put some points on the board, but that won't beat us.
Now the Saints, they trot their offense out here. And last time the formula was pretty simple. 1-play drive, long pass. That maybe they just want to do that again, right?
And that's exactly how you want to draw things up. Whether it's on your grease board, right, in your playbook, 1-play drive's exactly what you want on offense. What they have to be careful of is not having a letdown. It was real easy last time. They can't expect that going forward.
And we'll see if it's that easy here. On 1st and 10, here's Breeze. And Thomas has it. He's at the 40. Past the 20. Touchdown, New Orleans. Michael Thomas, 75 yards. And the Saints have cut it back within a score. Lutz with the extra point. And now things get a bit more interesting here in this 4th quarter. Lutz now to kick this one away. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And now out comes Houston. Things sure were looking good for them at the half. Heck, off the air, you and I were just saying they might run away with this thing and cruise to a victory. Not anymore.
Yeah, the cruise control has to be off at this point. Now you've got to mash the gas yourself. Again, who's going to step up and make a big play for you? Who's going to take care of business now that you're being pressed? It is definitely go time for them at this moment.
All of a sudden clinging to a slim lead and hoping to hold on to that lead. Now Watson drops it to Blue, complete. And up to the 35 before they're able to knock him down. 10 yards there to start the drive, and just enough by about the length of the football for a first down. They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway.
Black 22! Black 22!
Time for a break. We're back to see what happens after this. Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10.
Down! Black 22! Black 22! Richmond!
Watson going to give this one to Miller. And he's got it up over the 40 to the 41. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4.
I have to chuckle to myself a little bit, Brandon, because right now I could be in that huddle with that offensive line. I know exactly what they're saying. If you call a pass play here, we're going to call a timeout. Run the football. We've got control of this thing. Get him behind us and let's go.
Their time to shine. So they come up on 2nd down. If they can get another run like we just saw, would likely put an end to this thing.
Red, green 39! Green 39!
Now a whistle, and I think a penalty here for a delay. No, they're going to say timeout. They did get the timeout in time, as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play.
Tiger! Two jet! Black 99, feel it! Two jet!
They'll run it here. This is Deontay Foreman. And the play goes nowhere. Losing yardage back near the 40 at the 39. It'll go as a loss of a yard, and it'll set up 3rd down. Now we'll get a quick timeout called by New Orleans, number 2, as they'll talk it over here before what'll be an important 3rd down.
Reset! Set! Green 39!
Watson. And he couldn't hang on to it through the contact. Incomplete.
You hear the calls for a penalty, but I just don't think so. I think in this situation, the defender was making sure his guy couldn't hold on to the football. So I don't see anything that warranted a flag.
No, I'm with you. There was contact, but I'm happy they kept that flag in the back pocket. And here's a big one now. Try to hold this lead. They're going to go for it here on 4th down.
Tiger! Set! Green 39!
Now it's Watson. And no, it's incomplete. Bill O'Brien rolls rolls the dice, but to no avail. And the Saints are going to get it back and in great shape. Back out onto the field now comes the New Orleans offense. And following that long touchdown pass, a one-play drive last time, let's see if the defense, you know they're ready. They don't want that to happen again.
And you would have thought they would have been ready the last time. That's what you work on all the time. Make sure that no one gets behind you. That's the cardinal sin of defense, not giving up the long pass. They did. Let's see how they adjust.
Give him 8 on the play, and it'll make it a second down.
36. Ready? You ready? Get set. Ready? Exactly.
Back to throw. And he can't get a throw away. He's taken down. And now maybe they want some extra time to talk about this third and long play as we'll get a timeout. As they get it right at the 32nd mark of this fourth quarter. Third and long now after the sack of Breeze, and the Saints up against it here. Back to throw. And nearly intercepted there. That would have been ball game if he had clinched it and caught it. Instead, it gives him one more chance here on fourth down. So on fourth down, out trots the kicker in a big spot here. The Texans going to signal for their third and final timeout. And as the two teams talk it over on their respective sidelines, we take a break. So on fourth down, out trots the kicker in a big spot here. This to potentially send us to overtime. And this kick is not going to get there. It's short and no good. Well, I think they knew that one was going to be a long shot, but in the end, it's looking like they're going to come up short.
And it's tough to really hang too much blame on your kicker here either. That would have been well above and beyond his range, and this will go down as a tough loss. They played well enough to win.
Good starting field position for the Houston Texans here as they come up 1st and 10. Oh, he tried to pitch it, and the ball's loose. The Saints say they have it, and they do. Often on fumbles, you look at the guy who coughed it up and say, geez, what did he do? But, hey, let's tip the cap to the defense here.
Not a problem at all, my man. I'm not only going to tip it, I'm going to doff my cap to him. Congratulations, big-time play. Knocking it free and creating something good for your team.
So on trots the field goal unit, and wow, this is going to be a challenge here. This to potentially send us to overtime. And this is good. He got just enough to clear the crossbar as he drops it in from long distance. And that will tie this game here in the final minute of play. So here comes the kickoff now, all even here in this fourth quarter. Now the Texans offense, they head back out to do battle here. They have a little bit of time here to get into field goal range.
Baby, could you? I got too much on my mind right now. I ain't got the time to get you sailing right now. Could you? I got too much on my mind right now. Tell that hero Dale, get my baby 30 now.